Hey everybody, hope that you're doing well. Today I'd like to talk about the peripherals that I use on my computer when I am video editing. Let's take a look. This video isn't about which operating system is best, whether that's Mac OS or Windows. It isn't about the editing software, whether that's Adobe Premiere or Final Cut or Avid. No, this video is more about the accessories that I use when I am video editing. And first we're going to start off with keyboards. Let's take a look. Now throughout the years I have used so many keyboards, just like probably most of you have. I used the generic ones that came with my computer, I used the cheap ones that I purchased at Best Buy or Walmart or just some computer store, and I was okay with those. I never really thought about purchasing a really good keyboard. Now last year, after doing some research and talking to friends, I actually went out and I purchased a new keyboard. It was a mechanical keyboard from Roseville. It's an RK9000 V2. That's a strange name. Now the reason why I went with this keyboard was because it was so minimal. It was a full-size keyboard, but it doesn't have all the extra buttons that some of the other keyboards have, like gamer keyboards. Some people need those just to throw in macros and stuff like that. I know some editors that use that as well, so you should do your research and see if that's something that you need. But for this keyboard, it worked perfect for me. I enjoy typing on it. I enjoy just having that feeling of just pressing down on the buttons. And I mapped out my keyboard in my editing software so I know where everything is. And it works great. Now when you're thinking about purchasing a keyboard, I would recommend trying to test one out if you can. Whether that's going to a friend's house, borrowing a keyboard for a little bit, going to a Best Buy or a computer store and testing those out. You should really wash your hands after using them though, because some of them are pretty gross. Now I'd like to talk about mice and tablets. Now I've used those older mice that had the ball on the bottom and you had to clean out all the hair and the grime, and those were just never fun. And then we bought optical mice and probably those special laser mice, whatever gives you the best accuracy, but I actually got tired of mice. So when I went to college, I bought my first tablet. It was a Wacom Intuos 3, and that tablet I still have today. I use it when I'm traveling and with my laptop. It works great still. It's a little dinged up and has a few scratches from moving and unpacking and all that stuff. The next tablet I purchased was an Intuos 4, and I thought I'm gonna get a much bigger one this time. And that became too much of a hassle because it was just too big to fit on my desk. I had to reach over here and over here and over here. It just wasn't working out for me. I used it for a few years and it just, I couldn't take it anymore. So I purchased the Intuos Pro. I got the medium version of this one. It works great. It's like perfect for me. It has the pen. It also has the touch function. So I can use it like a trackpad where I can just tap or do 2 taps and that does the secondary click. It's awesome. Definitely think about if you're a mouse person or if you're a tablet person, because once I changed over to a tablet, everything was much easier to do when I was in Photoshop drawing, when I'm rotoscoping in After Effects or anything like that. For me, just the mouse and having to do this all the time, it just became tiring and I needed something different. With the pen, I can get very accurate and it's great. Definitely look and see if you're a tablet person or a mouse person. Maybe you can borrow one from somebody who does art or something. I don't know. Headphones. Now the next thing on my list is audio. I would definitely recommend investing in some good headphones or maybe some professional speakers if you can afford that and you have the room for them. So right now I just use headphones. I use the Sony MDR7506. I love these headphones. They're professional quality. You'll see a lot of people using them out in the field or in post-production. They're just all around good quality and they cancel out a lot of sound. Now, I don't really like earbuds, they just don't sound as good to me. Definitely go out and test out some headphones. Maybe you have a favorite pair. You can leave them in the comments below and maybe I can test them out or something. Now, when I'm at my workstation, one thing that's very important to me is the lighting condition. I really like to dim down the lights just so I can focus on my work. So I went out and I purchased some Philips Hue light bulbs. I really like these light bulbs, but they do cost quite a bit. Now, the reason why I like these lights is because I can dim each bulb separately. I can get the lighting just perfect for how I like it. I don't like everything super bright or super dark, and they're just fun because they're colored and all of that. Definitely look into your lighting. It's definitely cheaper to just buy some dimmer switches and just some tungsten bulbs. I like warm, but maybe you like daylight. I don't know. Just don't get any glare on the screen because it messes with you. Now, the last thing on my list, it's another mouse. It's a trackball mouse. I've never liked using them in the past. They were always just awkward and big, and I was just never good with them. Until now. I found a purpose for it, and I love it. I like using it for coloring. Basically, I can go into DaVinci Resolve, I can go into Lumetri, I can go and use Colorista, and I can go in and adjust the shadows and the highlights and the midtones. If you've ever seen a colorist work in their workstation, they have these 3 balls, and they can control the shadows, midtones, and highlights, and they just sit there and roll them around until they get a good color. But I only have 1 ball, and that's not going to stop me, because I can do a lot with that ball. Now, if you ever get a chance to test one out, I would definitely recommend it for coloring. You just get more accuracy out of it. It's not too fast and it's not too slow. Definitely check it out. Thanks for watching this video. I hope that you got something out of it and you get out there and test some keyboards and mice and, just get out there and do some stuff. Hit that like button if you like this video, subscribe if you'd like, and I'll catch you on the next one.